Welcome into episode 6 of the Middle of Nowhere Gaming Podcast. This week we have Nate.
Yo!
Brendan.
Hello again.
And myself. Jess is not currently with us on this episode because she is attending the KU basketball game.
Lucky dog.
What a scrub.
Go KU. Woo! Anyways, do we have anything worth mentioning? Anything exciting happening to you guys
This week was horrible and dolorous.
Oh, really?
I
Why?
staffed at this, Lawrence versus Zombie thing.
Oh, I heard about that.
It was really fun, actually. It's like I don't want to say it's a LARP, because it's really not a LARP. But, basically, people, get these Nerf guns, and they, trick them out, and they get all dressed up for it, and,
So they're role-playing in live action.
Yeah, it's basically
but it's not LARPing.
It's basically a LARP, but it's not like lightning bolt, sword fighting. It's basically people pretend to be zombies and run towards you, and then you have to shoot them with Nerf guns to get them away, or you get infected.
So they're LARPing.
Okay, it's basically a LARP, but it was super fun. I had a great time doing it.
Okay. As for me, I had a presentation this morning, so that was exciting. Not. Kicked its ass. I'm tired. Moving on, though. This week's game of the week is going to be Miami versus Florida State, so be sure and check that out on YouTube. We're going to play that out and predict the winner. It's already up, actually, so just go and check it out. Also worth mentioning is last week we started a new segment on YouTube called our MONG Hangout, and what it is that we get on Google Plus and we do a live hangout that broadcasts on YouTube, and we just talk about video games or something interesting. And so if anybody wants to be a part of it, find us on Google Plus and like us on Facebook or whatever, and we'll be announcing whenever we're going to do the hangout, and we can bring anybody in to talk with us. The first episode's up, and it was about Assassin's Creed, so go ahead and check that out. So, let's move on to the news from nowhere. Ooh, that name still hasn't stuck very well for me yet. Breaking news is that EA has just announced that Titanfall will be exclusive to Microsoft platforms and PC for the life of the title.
Wonder how much Microsoft paid for that. Probably a lot.
Yeah, they probably paid out their ass.
Because EA is not the kind of type to just do that because they love money. They would not just release it on Microsoft only just because, we feel like it. EA's a greedy assholes. They totally got paid.
And I've been saying ever since it was announced that it was going to come to PlayStation 4, and now I'm kind of eating my words. Well, I mean, it's obviously remains to be seen. It could still happen a year and a half down the road, but this is what they're saying right now.
Maybe if Sony makes them a better offer.
Yeah, exactly. If they raise the price or raise their offer or whatever, it could happen.
Are really cynical about this.
Why? What do you mean?
Because it's true. Do you have any idea how paid off gaming is? It's totally corrupt.
I'd like to see. I'd like to view it
journalism.
as not as corrupt, and I'll just hold on to my little 8-year-old thoughts.
I guess if the whole see no evil works for you, but
developers or not developers, I would say production people, the producers or whatever. They're all in it for the money. That's why there's multi-platform games, is they want it on every console so everybody can buy it and make them more money. Mm-hmm. So this is surprising news.
Publishers are corrupt, journalists are corrupt, pretty much everyone in the business is corrupt except for the people who actually make the damn games.
Moving on, the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 will support 8-player chat upon release.
Oh my god. You know how many people I can support in Steam chat? Literally infinite.
Oh. Well, that's
I'll utilize that once I get 8 friends.
Yeah. 8 friends. That's sad.
That's sad.
I kind of don't feel good anymore.
Okay, so I heard a rumor. I don't know which console this was for, but someone said that there's no party chat anymore.
Yeah.
It's local only, in-game only.
No, that's what this is it's party chat.
Okay.
There will be party chat.
Then.
That's what part of the big news about the PlayStation 4 is that it didn't allow party chat in PlayStation 3, and they are doing it so you can cross-game chat and stuff like that. I don't know. I think it's cool. I have a lot of friends. Not a lot of friends on PlayStation right now. I have more on Xbox, so it won't matter right away. But once I start getting more friends on PlayStation, it will matter because I am convincing people to get the PlayStation 4 over the Xbox One. But moving on again, the PlayStation 4 is apparently going to let you use your real name as your ID upon release, and the Xbox One will not.
Okay, now is it making you or letting you?
Allowing you.
Okay, that's the
You can
difference.
still use your current PSN name or your Xbox One name whenever the Xbox One decides to do it. But you have the option to put your full name or your name
Okay.
or whatever you want it to be.
Because it doesn't bother me when they let you, but it does when they make you. Because
Yeah,
I like the
requiring.
feeling of anonymity if you want it.
I think like anonymity's kind of gone at this point.
No, it's still there. People want to believe that it's gone because companies do. Time for my Ron Paulian rant of the day, but there is definitely like a push in the media to like make your name and your identity more accessible online so that they can advertise things to you directly.
Yeah.
And so that they can push like personalized advertisements to you. So that kind of bothers me a lot, honestly.
I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
Well,
There's nothing good that comes from using your real name online.
personally, I don't really care. I mean, if I have the option, I'm going to use my full name or my name. I don't care if people know I'm Courtney Osborne because my name is Osborne 2009 anyway. So
You're gonna get a lot of friend requests.
yeah, I know. They're like, hey, look at this chick playing games. But like, fuck you, man. My name's Courtney, but I'm a guy. But yeah, so it's not going to bother me at all. I know other people who want to remain anonymous, so it's whatever. Would you use your real name, Brendan?
No.
You wouldn't.
Nah.
Either of you guys. I'm the only one.
Nah.
I'll be able to be like, yo, add me, Courtney Osborne, motherfuckers.
It's not that I don't have my real name out on the internet, like in a bunch of places. I just don't like the feeling of it being even more accessible.
Yeah, I understand your argument. It's whatever. It was announced today that Halo Spartan Assault is coming to Xbox 360 and Xbox One in December. It's a top-down twin-stick shooter,
Like
classic games where you're on top and you have a character.
Oh, wow.
And you're just like
That's
running
kinda
around in
cool.
circles shooting kind of thing.
That's kind of cool, like an old school like shoot 'em up kind of thing.
Yep.
That's awesome. Actually, I might be interested in that.
It's a Halo game, and it's that's the way it's set up. It was originally on what is it? Windows phones, the Surface, and Windows 8.
Like, I'm not interested in Halo 5, but that sounds like it actually could be pretty fun.
Yeah, well,
I might check that out.
It's an offshoot.
I'll play anything in the Halo franchise.
Yeah,
It's pretty
pretty
good.
much me too. It's as long as it's got Halo in the name, I'll give it a try at least. There's no price announced yet, but it will be out in December. This news isn't surprising. It's Microsoft, it's Xbox. They're in it for the money.
We started
like we said.
taking up domain names for Spartan Assault a couple of months back.
Well, it was already released. It's already released on Windows phones, Surface, and Windows 8. So
Well, I'm stupid.
yeah, this was like back in July, I think, when it was released. Maybe June. But it's been out for a while. That's why it's just now coming to Xbox or whatever. There are two things for Battlefield 4 news. There's a day one patch, and it's a release on Xbox Live today. It'll be out on PS3 soon. It's 120 megabytes, and they say that the update contains improvements to the multiplayer portions of the game, and we strongly strongly advise you to download it. I can't speak English. Oh, that's interesting.
I don't know. I'm having a really hard time carrying out Battlefield anymore because it's just gotten so genericized due to EA. Like,
I've never liked it.
The differences between Battlefield and Call of Duty at this point are non-existent. When it used to be like a much different, like hardcore military simulator. I think someone just knocked at the door.
I didn't hear anybody. Is anybody at the door? No, apparently nobody's at the
I'm
door.
just hearing
I
ghosts.
don't know,
apparently.
I had hours of fun just playing Battlefield 2 on my computer.
Yeah, see, but that was because it was so much different from other multiplayer games at the time, the class systems and stuff. I don't know, it's virtually indistinguishable from Call of Duty at this point, though.
The other Battlefield 4 news is that their first expansion pack, China Rising, is going to arrive for premium members on December 3rd, and it'll be the first of 5 downloadable content packs, and it's going to conclude 4 additional maps set across the Chinese mainland, new vehicles, and equipment. It's not confirmed, but it sounds like non-premium players will be able to buy it on December 17th. So that's, I guess, interesting for Battlefield fans. Brendan, what's the next news?
New 3DS Pokemon game rumored to be Pikachu Detective game. Apparently you will team up with Pikachu to solve crimes that are being committed by a rare and evil alternative blue talking Pikachu.
So, Nintendo will not publish any of the new Phoenix Wright games in America, and they shuttered the people that made Hotel Dusk. but they'll make a Pikachu detective game.
With a blue talking Pikachu.
Fuck you, Nintendo. I'm done with you. You ruined all of my favorite franchises, and now you pulled this shit on me.
Well,
Fuck
don't you
I'm
remember,
done.
like, Hey You Pikachu?
I loved Hey You Pikachu.
My microphone broke
I don't
after a
remember this
week.
at all.
Dude, Hey You Pikachu was on the Nintendo 64, and it came with a mic for your controller, and you could tell Pikachu to do whatever you wanted. Oh my god, I was like... It felt like I was talking to Pikachu, you know? I was a little kid, and I was just like, I have a Pikachu! It was like the coolest thing ever.
That's not how I saw it. Like, I didn't think I had a Pikachu. I was like, oh, it'll do whatever I want. I'm a trainer.
Well,
But without the battling.
well, that's what I meant by I have a Pikachu, is I have a Pikachu, I'm a trainer, you know? That's
Although it was kind of like the old Cats games.
cats?
In that, like, you could have a pet cat, but it was really limited. And
Can't say I know what you're talking about.
you never played those?
No.
Neither did I.
Anyways, I don't know. I think this is just another moneymaker for Game Freak or whoever's going to be making it. It's another Pokemon game. They make all kinds of offshoot Pokemon games now.
However,
so.
though, did you guys play Pokemon Conquest? Because that was actually super fun.
I heard it was good.
Yeah, it's
I
super
actually,
fun.
I actually had it for a while,
What is
and
that
I
game?
never played it though.
Ever heard of like Nobunaga's Ambition?
No.
It's basically like you conquer all of Japan with Pokemon.
Yeah, it's
What?
a mixture between two franchises, Pokemon and whatever he said. Is it RTS? Or
It's like a turn-based.
Turn-based
strategy. Yeah, it's like a
game.
turn-based strategy.
it's weird. It looks good though, and it got good reviews, and it has a
remember-
sequel coming too.
Did you play Pokemon Snap?
I did play it back in the day.
I liked.
Was that 64 too?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, that's what
I liked throwing apples and knocking Charmanders out
knocking
in the
Charmanders
volcano
out.
level.
Huh, I don't
You get
remember.
like 13 of them to come out by playing a song, then you just chuck apples at them.
Interesting. You
You
sound like
sick
you
motherfucker.
you abuse Pokemon.
That was after I had
What's
like.
wrong with you?
I'm feeding them as well. They'll eat it.
Uh-huh.
It's not like it'll knock them out.
Yeah, sure.
That
whatever.
was the
Yeah.
bee-bomb that would
Uh-huh.
knock them out.
GameStop is now selling the DualShock 4, the PlayStation 4 camera, and Killzone Shadowfall. So if anybody is getting their PlayStation 4 and they want to go pick up any of those, you can go pick them up now. I myself am considering picking up Killzone, and I want to get another controller just because it's out. Simply because it's out. That's the only reason. I'd never planned on getting a second controller, but now I'm like, oh, I have to go get one. I'm never going to use it, you know? I don't know
Don't
why I
give
need
in.
it. I want to. I want to so bad. Call of Duty Ghosts mode, or Call of Duty Ghost, has revealed a mode called Extinction. There's a story up on our website. You can check it out.
I don't think it is humanly possible for me to care about this story any less. Like,
But there
just-
are tons of
I-
super nerds that do.
Wow,
Or
Nate,
super
tell us
Call
how
of
you
Duty
really
nerds.
feel.
Activision has released a trailer for it. It's a sci-fi co-op shooter, just like zombies
man.
mode.
How original!
Players are gonna have to defeat aliens and destroy the
So
hive.
innovative.
What I'm gonna say now is next year there's gonna be dinosaurs or there's gonna be dragons.
Have you played Dino D-Day?
No.
It's a game. I guess it's a game in the PC where it's like a World War II game, but the Allies and Axis have like dinosaurs and they like strap like tanks to them.
Ooh, that's cool.
You can like play like as a dinosaur with like a mortar on its back.
What if Call of Duty did something like Blood Dragon?
Blood dragon.
Blood Dragon was actually really fun. Although I feel like it threw like way too many memes out that were just like,
You should mention what Blood Dragon is.
What's up?
It was this Far Cry 3 expansion pack where it was like this like cyberpunk vibe thing. It was like this really cheesy, like over the top, like,
It's like an 80s.
yeah, it was like an 80s thing. It was awesome though. I loved it. It was super fun.
Nate, what's the next news?
Ubisoft announced that Online Pass will be required for some single player features. And apparently there's a question from Steven on our email that I read today that the Online Pass for AC4 is needed to access an element of the single player game. This also means you need to be online to play the single player to its fullest. Will we see more of this in the future, possibly as a way to combat used game sales, or is this an anomaly? I don't know anything about this because I don't follow AC4 at all.
Yeah.
But it sounds completely plausible to me. Like Mass Effect 3 did that, and it's definitely going to catch on. Like, it's not because, though, I do disagree, though, it's not going to be about, like, used game sales. It's just because they want to Jew you out of more money.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it could be one way, just a minor way to combat used game sales, because this isn't like it's what's Ubisoft has it. What's it called? I don't remember. Uplay. It's not having a Uplay account. It's a Uplay access account. It comes in the game, and what all this is like. If you don't get it new, then you're going to be missing out on the option to add any ships that Edward Kenway boards to his fleet.
God.
That's the only thing you can't do if you don't get it new. Yeah.
Oh,
Or you'll have to buy the code. You can buy the code from Uplay or Ubisoft or whatever, and it will cost another $5 or $10 probably to do it. But the reason why they're including this, or why this is required, is because apparently the whole boarding ships and bringing them into your fleet is also an online feature that your friends can apparently help you out with that, and they can either come into your game or they can send stuff to you or something that'll make boarding ships faster and things like that. It speeds up processes and things.
It's just an excuse for them to take stuff out of the game and then charge you more for it.
Oh, wasn't that like really popular in like Eden?
I've never played it.
Oh, well, never mind then.
I know they did something like this with Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Something about having the Brotherhood of Assassins and things like that. There was something about the past that made you have more access to it or something. I don't remember what it was, but apparently they liked what it did for them, which is why they're doing this. I don't know. I don't mind it because I'm going to get it new anyways, so not a big deal to me. I know people who it will be a big deal to.
This is why I refuse to buy Ubisoft games. I haven't bought an Ubisoft game in 5 years. I'd pirate everything they make.
What?
We don't support that.
Except for me. I officially I don't support it.
Shh. I will buy an Ubisoft game because it is the right thing to do.
Yeah, I'm going to buy AC4, and I'm going to buy Watch Dogs, and I'll buy anything else, any other new titles they have.
Oh yeah, I'm really excited for the new Assassin's Creed game. It looks really awesome.
I'm really excited. I'm getting it day one or whatever for PS4, so it's going to be awesome. Even though it's out today, yesterday for you guys listening, or however far in the future it is, whatever. Nate, some other news. What's the next one?
Walking Dead Season 2 is announced. That's going to be awesome. Can't wait.
Hell yeah.
I'm so excited for this.
Clementine!
Finally something I cannot bitch about on this podcast. Walking Dead 2 is going to be amazing. Can't wait.
Okay, here's a question. Did you expect to be able to play as Clementine?
No, actually.
I had no inkling of... I did not expect this at all.
I knew they were going to, be with Clementine, but I
she
didn't...
might have an appearance, maybe.
Or, at least she'd be older. She's only, a few years older now. You're still playing as, a 10-year-old girl, which would be weird.
God, I can't even imagine how cool this is going to be. Can't even imagine.
It is like a JRPG.
I can't even imagine,
it's going to be cool.
How old is she compared to the first game? I didn't see it announced. It just looks like she's older. That's all I know.
Yeah, I know she's older. I don't even remember how old she was in the first one.
I don't either.
Yeah.
She's just a little girl. That's all I remember.
Yeah, but I know she's now, she's in her, early puberty years now or something.
If you guys couldn't tell from us screaming about this, is apparently this is all going to be Clementine's story. The player will be Clementine in this game. For reasons if you haven't played the first season, you should in episode 5. There will be 5 episodes, and it's going to premiere this year, and it'll conclude next year. You can purchase the episodes individually or buy the season pass. But I know I'm speaking for myself, and I'm sure I'm speaking for many, many, many more people, that everyone is excited that we get to be Clementine.
Yeah,
she was the best character ever in the first season, and you never got to play as her. She was just a little girl you were trying to protect. And now you get to be her. And she's older, and so she had to survive on her own somehow. So she learned from the stuff in the first season. Oh my god.
If they don't break her innocence a little bit, I'll feel a little bit disappointed.
I hope she's a badass.
Yeah, I hope she's totally a hard ass.
I hope she's killed people and shit.
Yeah, a straight up murderer.
And I want to know what happened at the end of the last episode.
Kenny's probably coming
silhouette. Is Katie the girl in the...
No, not Kenny.
Kenny. Oh, yeah.
Because if you didn't notice, both the endings where Kenny, dies, his death is left really vague because he doesn't, die. He just kind of moves off screen.
Well, it's in the darkness, in the hole in the floor or whatever, right?
Yeah, and the hole in the floor one, he just kind of moves off screen. And the one where Ben dies, he moves off screen as well. So, because he's a fan favorite, apparently it's very likely it'll be coming back.
Oh, I want to know who the silhouettes are in the distance. At the very, very end of the episode, where she's sitting there, and there's 2 people. On the very edge.
That's Omid and Chris, and the girl. The two people that survived, Omid and Chris.
How do you know?
Well, because she told them, Lee told her to go find Omid and Christy, and then she did.
So you're assuming it's them.
I'm pretty sure it was
because it was never announced that, and everyone on the internet has been like trying to figure it out because they've blown up screenshots, on the PC how you can do can get into the code and shit, and they went into the code and they zoomed into everything, and it just looks like two silhouettes of people. Like there's no inkling of who it is. Like nobody has any idea. And so I don't know. Maybe it's them. Maybe it is.
I was told it was implied to be Omid and Christy, but I don't know. Actually.
I don't know. I'm interested to see.
Yeah, I'm excited too.
Brendan, did you play Walking Dead?
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Thrilled.
Oh my god, you need to play it. It's fun. Really, really fun. Episode 1, I think, is free, so you should at least download that. I know it's free on PlayStation. I don't know about Xbox. But yeah, everybody should download Season 1. I think they're going to be releasing Season 1 with their 400 days also, so 6 total episodes for like $30, a Game of the Year edition or something. It's going to have special features and stuff on it also.
I think it's on sale right now for the Halloween sale. Actually.
Yeah, I think it is too, for like $17 or $15 or something
I haven't really
like that.
looked, but I'm pretty sure. It seems like it's going to be on sale.
Everybody should get The Walking Dead. It's a fun game. Really fun game. Great
Game
story.
of the Year.
Great story. Yeah, Game of the Year last year. It was awesome. So yeah, we kind of got fanboyed a little.
Yeah, anyway.
Did you guys see the spikes in the audio? Jesus.
No, I didn't. I can't see it behind me. Other news. Brendan.
EA cancels Command & Conquer, closes Victory Studios.
Did you hear why this happened, actually?
No, I didn't.
This is actually something I'm, kind of cool with. Because apparently, Victory Studios, they were trying to make, this free-to-play, RDS kind of thing in the style of, more or less how League of Legends does its business model. And the playtests they were getting back in alpha were, overwhelmingly negative.
Oh,
everyone hated it.
Yeah, I heard it was really bad.
Despised it. And so the development was just the development team was just okay, this is crap. We're not going to make this game. We're shuttering the whole project.
That's
and
crazy.
I'm honestly, really glad that they would, shutter a game project that was absolutely crap in their opinion rather than release a game that they know was terrible. And that's pride to me. I'm proud of that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've never played the Command & Conquer games.
Me neither.
But it's the studio. What was it? Victory Studios announced on their website that they may be shut down or whatever, but they're going to find a way to reboot the franchise.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to find a way to get the game back out there because they think it has enough history and enough fans that they don't want to just see it end. And so
another sad tale of another studio getting shuttered by EA.
Yeah,
after
exactly.
they buy it. Happened to Maxis. Happened to what was the other one? There's another one that's really Westwood. And now it's happened to Victory as well. There's a whole bunch of them. There's even more I'm forgetting. Did you play Spore?
Yes, I did. I love Spore.
It was good, but
I have it on my computer.
It was just fucking such a letdown from what they hyped it up to be.
Oh yeah. I couldn't live up to the hype, but I mean it was fun still, and I liked the Galactic expansion part or whatever. Last part of news is that there is a Target ad that has been released today or been revealed or whatever you want to call it. That will be released on November 10th, and it's saying that all PlayStation 4 launch games are going to be buy 2 get 1 free, and it'll be between November 10th and November 15th or something like that. I don't remember what it is, but
so what are the PS4 launch titles exactly?
First of all, this is just a rumor. So, I mean, there's a picture of the ad, but
no, I mean, I don't even know. I don't even know what's launching with it.
I'll pull it up.
Only ones I've heard about are it didn't Bungie make some game that's basically the same thing as Halo anyway?
That's Destiny, but that's not until next year. Launch titles will be Assassin's Creed Black Flag, Battlefield 4, Blacklight Retribution, Call of Duty Ghosts, Contrast, DC Universe Online, Dive Kick, Escape Plan, FIFA.
Dive Kick's on there? Have you seen Dive Kick? This
No.
is the greatest fighting game I've ever seen. Okay, it's a fighting game where the only move is a dive kick, and it's a one-hit KO. And so basically all you do is jump and kick, and it's fucking hilarious. Great game. I've enjoyed a lot of games playing it. Definitely check it out. It's hilarious.
Okay.
And they have a bunch of fighting game inside jokes, and they'll call you if you're losing 5-0 rounds, they'll have a choke a detected meter that'll pop up. It's just funny.
Interesting. Well, I mean, there's many more games: Killzone, Knack, Madden, NBA, Need for Speed, apparently worth like a lot of games. But if this is true, like reading on whatever the freaking website is, what's that damn website everybody uses these days?
Google?
No, not Google.
The Facebook?
The Facebook. No, anyways, there's a bunch of comments on the
Zanga?
No, comments on the story about this breaking. The people are all canceling their pre-orders now. Everyone's canceling their GameStop pre-orders, their Amazon pre-orders, everything like that, and they're all going to be going to Target now. Which, if this isn't true, then everybody just canceled their pre-orders. If it is true, then Target is going to make a freaking buttload of money through this. And this may actually lead to other retailers having to do the same thing. If everyone's canceling, then they're going to have to match it. They're not going to make any business off of it. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I think if it's true, that's awesome. I'm going to go there. I'm definitely going to go there. I'm going to cancel my Assassin's Creed 4 pre-order, and I'm going to go there, and I'm going to get Assassin's Creed 4, and I'm going to get Killzone Shadowfall, and I'm going to get either Knack or Call of Duty, or I don't even know. There's a few games that I've been thinking about getting, but yeah, I don't know. This is cool. It's cool if it's true. If it's not true, then a lot of people are going to be disappointed. A lot of people. I don't know. I mean, originally I only planned on getting one game. I was only going to get Assassin's Creed, and now I'm, if I can get another game and then get a free one on top of that for the price of one more game, then I'm definitely going to do it. That is awesome. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we have breaking news actually on our earlier topic on Titanfall only coming to Xbox devices or Xbox and PC. Apparently. Vince Zampelli of Respawn Entertainment had no idea about this until just a few days ago. He's disappointed. He tweeted about it, said, always Microsoft exclusives at launch, great partner, and focus is good for a startup. EA made a deal for the rest. We only found out recently, sad face.
Called it so
it's
hard.
All about the money, all about EA doing it. It's had nothing to do with Respawn. Titanfall, I guess, probably didn't have any idea about this. They probably wanted to go on PlayStation. So then, after that, somebody tweeted at him and said, "So you won't make any games for the PS4?" ? Sad face. And he replied and said, "Of course we will, just not the first Titanfall." So it sounds like Titanfall 2 will be on both consoles, or likely be on both consoles, and any other games they decide to develop. So
it's a good thing we took that pizza break.
Yeah, that pizza break. Sorry, guys. Thanks for breaking down the fourth wall there, Brendan. We were just going to continue and edit the middle part out, but guess not anymore. Dick.
Well, you can edit this part out.
No, I'm not going to edit this part out. It's a conversational podcast, except for our break that you ruined.
Well,
because you're an asshole.
Yeah.
So, moving on.
Who paid for the pizza, Courtney?
I'm sorry. I love you, Brendan. The pizza was good. Moving on from the news from nowhere into our topics. Brendan, you had a topic, correct?
Yes, game saves. We all love them. Some of us hate when they disappear.
Okay, let's go back a little bit. Game saves used to be games you couldn't save, correct? Everyone knows this, right?
Yeah.
You couldn't save games. They moved into being able to save games on the cartridge, correct, eventually? And then moved into only making game saves available on memory cards, and now on hard drives.
And then now on the cloud.
And now on the cloud. And not a single one of them has ever been sturdy. They have all had meltdowns. They have all deleted saves. Game saves suck balls. You need to have like multiple places to save your game, or else you're just screwed. Let's see. What's your worst game save meltdown? Like, what is the worst memory from a game save being deleted?
It's probably when I was like 7 years ago, when I was playing my PS2, probably Crash Bandicoot. And I made it past like the third tier of levels.
Mm-hmm.
And
which Crash?
Wrath of Cortex.
Nice. So that was the first one after Naughty Dog.
Yeah, and then I just came back the next day and it was not there.
Oh, that sucks. I played all of the Crash games. I loved them. I don't know. My worst save memory, I would probably say it's Pokemon. It was probably that.
I had a Pokemon incident.
Everyone has
Yeah.
a game save loss on
It was,
Pokemon
I
Story.
think my little brother saved over mine or something. It was either that or it was
That will.
yeah.
I would tie off family.
That's like war, you
cut
know.
off everything.
That's
Exactly.
personal.
You just don't.
You don't
fuck
stand
with
for that.
another person's Pokemon save.
I'm pretty
You
sure-
Don't do it.
Did you punch him in
That's
the throat?
not okay.
I don't remember. I was like probably 10 or 11. It was. I think it was silver because I think I had silver and he had gold and he wanted to try silver or something and it happened. And I was already out of Johto and I was over into Kanto or
Oh my God,
whatever
that-
again. Oh, I was so mad. That's
I would have straight up never talked to him again.
Did
We,
he at least get grounded?
No, I think my mom just laughed. Something like that. You know how moms are. They're just like, game saves? What are these game saves you speak of? I'm like, Mom!
Why don't you go
I
outside
had
and
like
play?"
90 Pokemon and like 9 badges. Come on, that's my life.
What a cold-hearted woman.
I know. I love you, Mom. Nate, what's your worst game
I don't
save?
remember in particular. I definitely had a Pokemon incident where I lost a whole bunch of stuff on Fire Red, but I don't remember it specifically.
Ooh, Fire Red was good.
Biggest thing that always made me mad though is that like shitty checkpoints in games.
Oh, God,
that's the
yes.
worst. Like there was this. I remember when I played Gears of War, there was this one point where like there was a checkpoint right before this like unskippable cutscene that lasts like 3 minutes, and every single time you die, you have to go back
And
and
watch
watch
it
the
all.
whole fucking cutscene, and it was excruciating.
I've had that happen too.
I'm like, holy shit! Like, oh my.
Well, it's like it's the worst when not only automatic game saves or whatever, but like save points, how they used to be in games. They're not as in it anymore as much, but they still are every once in a while. But where you have like save points that are like 2 or 3 hours apart from each other, and it's like if you die or something happens in the middle of that, and you have to redo everything, that is the worst.
Well, like automatic game saves can suck as well, like equally as hard.
Well,
Yeah.
when they first started doing automatic game saves, they had a lot of issues in like shooter games and stuff like that, to where it would auto save you, and whenever it would reload up the save, you just died when it auto saved, and so you would continually get shot like every time it reloaded. They eventually fixed that, but that was like when they were first getting started with auto saves, and that sucked. There was several games where I had to just completely restart levels or whatever because I was already towards the end, and I would just keep reloading it and just getting shot immediately. So but I would spend an hour trying to get out of the situation. There's like a half a second you have a chance to like duck or dive over to a side or whatever, and I would try everything, and it never worked. Oh, that was the worst. The worst.
At least in like Minecraft, you can turn off the autosave.
Yeah. Any other things you want to mention about game saves?
No, that's it for me.
Okay, we have a question here that Nate would like to use for his topic. And the question, do you guys know how to, is it just, okay, disposable Herocks?
Herrix, I don't know.
Disposable Herocks from Xbox One forums.
Wait, Heracross.
Oh, maybe it's Heracross.
Probably not, but you know.
It could be. Anyways, the question is 24/7 DRM coming sooner than gamers think?
Yes, it is.
Also, what do you think are all the benefits and disadvantages of always online?
There's no benefits to it. It's literally just to...
Preach to us, Nate.
It sucks! It's terrible. All they want to do is make you be always online so they can give you more fucking ads all the time, and it's terrible. There's no reason to do it. It makes the gameplay worse on purpose. It makes the consumer have to go through more fucking hurdles to play their fucking game, and all it does is give me advertisements. Fuck always online DRM. I hate it.
I not disagree. I totally agree. I hate always online idea. I mean, for one, people still have bandwidth caps,
Yeah,
and that's gonna ruin their bandwidth cap. Like they're gonna run that shit over
Like
really quick.
if you're in the military, you can't even play a game anymore if you have always online DRM.
Oh yeah, that's true. I remember all that back during E3 and all that.
Yeah, and do you know how many people fucking play like Call of Duty over there in Iraq, like in
So
Afghanistan? Tons.
if you have always online games, you hate America.
Yes, absolutely. I'll go on record as saying that.
They hate America. Okay, that's one way of looking at it. I don't know. I just depends. It depends on like how they're enforcing always online and all this bullshit. And it's like the whole how originally you had to always be online to play every game on Xbox One, and they changed that. And then the whole 24 hours a day, or one time every 24 hours they had to check in. I thought that was stupid. It's just like there are so many things that could go wrong with that. Like, say, what if your internet goes down for a weekend or whatever, and you have nothing, you can do nothing about it. And so since it couldn't check in, you can't play any of your fucking games. That was stupid.
And the Steams used to be shit like that, but nowadays, like, offline mode works pretty much most of the time, and like you can play all your single player games offline as long as you had them installed beforehand. So like, fuck always online DRM.
I agree. It sucks. It's stupid. Brendan, do you have anything to say about it?
I think it's stupid and it should not happen ever.
Should not happen ever. Well, thank you for your input. That was good. A lot of thought put into that.
It didn't match Nate's preach.
Yeah, he kind of went off there, didn't he? That was pretty good. Well, okay. Does he have anything else to say?
Not about that.
Okay. My topic is just the questions. We're just going to go into some more questions.
What about Jess's topic?
Jess, Jess isn't here.
Well,
she's at the
being
KU
a
game.
scrub.
KU is currently up 4-0 because we have it on a laptop next to us now. So have fun, Jess. When you're listening to this, hopefully we just totally destroyed them. I have no doubt in my mind we will, but whatever. Okay, so the next question. Brendan, you want to read off his name?
From
question.
Count.
Wait.
From Count.
What's the MYST? Do you know what that is?
I know what Myst is.
What? Okay.
I've actually played Myst.
Then go ahead and read it. Brendan.
From Count Richteroffen through email. 1. Have you played anything in the Myst series?
Yes.
What's Myst?
It is a old, I think they made some newer ones, but it's basically like a first-person puzzle game that released on the PC back in the early 90s, maybe late 80s. I don't know. They're kind of old, but they're really cool. They're like, there's no violence, there's no enemies. You just go around a weird fantasy universe and you solve puzzles, and they're pretty fun.
Interesting.
They're cool.
So yeah, I haven't played any. Apparently Brendan hasn't either.
Nope, never heard of it.
Didn't think so. Next question. Have you ever played any of those old one-screen Tiger Electronics LCD games?
Can't say I have.
No, I haven't. Sorry.
Nope.
Next question. What's the best Atari 2600 game?
Custer's Revenge and Pitfall. Custer's Revenge is Joe.
I'm guessing
Custer's Revenge
Pong
is a
is
terrible
not
game.
available.
Is Pong? Was Pong?
Pong was available on the Atari 2600.
Pong's the one.
Pong's the best one.
Realistically, though, honestly, I go with Pitfall personally, but
I haven't played any games on it, so I'm just going to go with Pong.
Yeah.
So, next question. Somebody read it.
I just went back earlier today and looked at my Xbox 360 indie game library and realized that almost all of it is awful. What, if any, are your favorite or least favorite Xbox indie marketplace titles? Castle Crashers is pretty fun.
I didn't get a chance to play that.
That was
I heard
pretty
it was
cool.
good.
I haven't played
Braid was
almost
also
any,
pretty fun.
so.
Although Limbo was cool too.
I played this game. I don't remember what it's called at all. I'm getting marker all over me. It was like you were in this giant tube. You could play between 1 and 4 characters, and you would be at the top, and it would start, and it would drop you, and you would all be falling down this tube the entire time, and you can control your characters like a rag doll, and you would try to go through these little hoops to get points, and there was like a bronze hoop, a silver hoop, and a gold hoop. And the bronze was big, silver was littler, and the gold was tinier, and you get more points per each one of them, and there was these giant like green bouncy balls that you could bounce off of, and so what it was it was a certain distance you would fall, and you would be competing against the other 3 players to try and get the most points. So you try to go through the most little rings as you could to rack up more points, and then before you hit the bottom, it was really, really fun. That's got to be my favorite indie game on Xbox 360, definitely.
If Fez is on the 360, then I'm going to say right now that Fez is terrible.
I
hate it.
It's a good idea.
I guess, but Phil Fish is.
Well, don't hate on the game because you don't like Phil Fish.
Well, he made the game, and the game sucks, and Phil Fish sucks, and he's an asshole.
I didn't get a chance to play it, so
It's kind of like Super Paper Mario, where you can switch, like you can turn the world.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And then
basically
it
Super
unlocks,
Mario
like-
with no enemies,
no enemies.
and it took him 5 years to make it.
Well, did he make it
Castle
by himself?
Crashers took like 1 to 2 years with the team.
Let's
of,
be
5
honest. How
people.
many like formidable enemies were in Super Paper Mario?
Well, no, but at least there was a challenge besides jumping.
Was there though?
I mean, whatever. You know what I'm saying, though. Fez sucks.
My least favorite would be beer pong. Beer pong sucked. That's the only. I didn't play very many indie games, so.
Do you know that there was actually like a pleasure vibrator game on Xbox Live?
No, they had a lot of weird.
It was
sexual
only
games.
available for like a week. People downloaded it and they still have it, and it's basically just like a sex toy app that you could play on your Xbox with the Xbox
Kinky.
controller.
Why?
There's a market for it.
Is Kingdom for Keflings? Is that an indie game?
Kingdom for Keflings is fucking awesome.
I know.
Love Kingdom for Keflings.
love that game.
I totally forgot about that.
I've played through the free trial
Holy
several
shit.
times.
I beat the first one.
I was totally expecting to be like, okay, this kind of looks like it'd be fun. I got a blast. I played it all day.
So did I.
I thought it was
played
gonna
with
be
my
like
buddies.
Farmville for
oh
a
my
second.
God. Huh? What you thought?
Before I played it, I thought it was going to be like a Farmville thing.
So did I. That's exactly
same.
what I thought. And I was like, this doesn't look like it's any good. But I'm going to download it because I downloaded like every free trial. And so then I started playing it, immediately bought it. I was like,
same.
oh my God, this is so much fun.
So much fun.
For those of you who don't know what Kingdom for Keflings is you bring your avatar in and you're like this giant guy. And you're in this world with all these little bitty people called Keflings. And for some reason, you have to basically rebuild their village, their world, and stuff like that. And so you control them like they're slaves, and you tell them to create, or to go and
Indentured
cut down,
servants.
yeah, whatever. Go and cut down trees and mine rocks and stuff like that, and then deliver them over to these places. And then you build all these houses and warehouses and all this stuff, and you just basically build it up to the
That actually
giant
sounds
place.
a lot like Czar Burden of the Crown.
I didn't play that either.
But you should. It's pretty awesome.
What's it on?
Computer.
Oh.
Windows 95. And wait, no, Windows Vista.
Okay, well I probably won't play it.
But I could. I don't know why, but I can play it on my computer.
No,
and it works.
I mean, I probably can. I just probably won't. That's what I'm saying.
But it's awesome.
Well, I might eventually. Maybe if you keep trying to get me to play it, I might eventually. But yeah, so that's it for indies for me. I don't have a very very big knowledge on it. Next question from Drew Freeman on Facebook. He says, or he asked, "What is your game of the generation? Up until recently, my game of the generation was Skyrim by a mile, but today I'm happy to say Grand Theft Auto 5 has won me over and left me with a fond farewell to the Xbox 360 that has entertained me for the better part of the last decade. What a great note to go out on." I can't agree with that. I'm sorry. I don't like Grand Theft Auto anymore. So
Have you played GTA 5?
no.
Definitely want to play Skyrim.
Yeah, Skyrim's not my game.
We
of the
know your
generation.
opinion of Skyrim, Nathan.
GTA 5 was good, but I can't say it's the game of the generation.
Okay. Oh, I have to do it. I constantly say that it's the best game I've ever played. The Last of Us. That's got to be mine. It's the only reason I don't like saying that is because it's so new. But if I had to choose an older one that I enjoyed or that I thought was the game of the generation, it would have been Oblivion back when it was originally.
Yeah, I
announced.
actually was thinking about saying
Because
that.
that's what changed gaming for me. Gaming became a completely different thing altogether when Oblivion came out. So yeah, either Oblivion or The Last of Us for me.
I don't know. I only have had like a Xbox 360 for like the past 3 years. So, but the game that has made me the most happy would probably be like Assassin's Creed Revelations.
Yeah. Assassin's Creed changed stuff.
This is hard. I don't know.
It is.
I can't. I'm never good at picking top anything. I always have to do like top 5 in no random order. Even then, I'm having a hard time with this. I'm gonna go with Imagine Babies.
What?
That's my top number 1. Yeah.
What is that? Are you joking?
I'm totally joking.
Okay.
Nope, it's your official answer.
Yeah, no.
Let's move on.
I don't know. I guess Human Revolution was pretty good. I liked New Vegas a lot. Oh god, I
New
don't know.
Vegas was good.
Stalker was really fun too. I don't know. Dark Souls.
Cookie
was
Mama?
good.
Oh yeah.
So you have a decision then? Make up
No,
your mind on one.
I can't.
Well then,
I abstain.
Name two that you could go in there.
New Vegas,
And that's it. That's his number one.
Dark Souls.
Dark Souls.
There you go. New Vegas and Dark Souls is yours. All right. Next question. Read it off for us.
From Kevin Nisanka on Facebook. What was your favorite character of the generation?
Have we been asked this like 3 times?
No, we haven't been asked favorite character. We've asked which character we wanted to be, which universe we wanted to be in, stuff like that.
Well, we changed the question last week.
We've changed it a little bit. First of all, before we answer this, I want to say thanks to some of these questions. They were submitted on the Facebook Podcast Beyond page, so thank you all for submitting these questions. But favorite character, it did say of this generation? Is that what it was?
Yep.
Ooh, Nathan Drake.
He's 4 transfers, 4 first.
Nathan Drake. Uncharted.
All right.
Gosh dang it.
He's a badass.
I don't know, man.
Curse you, Courtney.
I know. You wish you chose that right away, didn't you?
Like
Yeah.
I enjoyed Adam Jensen, but honestly, he's so much of like a
Is that
stereotypical anti-hero. Though he's the guy from Human Revolution.
okay?
So, like I can't really say like he's like my favorite character because he's so like
Oh yeah, from that
he's
Deus
really
Ex
like
game.
one-sided. Yeah.
The Deus Ex.
The Deus Ex.
Deus Ex.
The Deus Ex.
Deus Ex.
We're saying the same thing.
I
The Deus
will-
Ex.
In the original Greek.
I will.
Deus Ex.
You fucker.
You need to listen
I
to some
will
of the
literally kill you.
You should listen to some of the episodes you missed.
Oh, we
God.
made so much fun of that.
Oh God, no.
If I had to choose others, I mean, I could go with God. I could go with Nathan Drake. I could go with Master Chief. I could go with Ezio
Master
Auditore.
Chief is
That's
such a
mine.
Mary Sue, though.
Yeah, well,
He has no flaws.
But he
Exactly, but he was a
He's basically
badass.
just like Goku in power armor.
I liked Goku. Come
Let's
on.
be honest, Goku's way more powerful than Master Chief.
Well, yeah,
But
we don't
Goku
like.
could
no, I'm
command.
saying,
But that's
he's
the
just
same.
Like a
it's
superpowered
it's the
badass
same
with no
appeal
flaws.
of Superman. So,
Yeah, they're all boring ass characters.
I
but
love
people
Superman.
bought those comics up for a reason.
Yeah, that's true. People eat that shit up.
Yeah,
I'm all about it.
he was only like beaten by one other DC character in comic book sales in history, I think.
You know, honestly, I really like Mr. House's character.
Who's Mr. House?
He was in New Vegas.
Oh,
He's like,
yeah, okay. Sorry,
I thought he was
Yeah.
very well written.
I didn't really
he was
like
the,
him much.
he was
the head of New Vegas.
He was just a head, right?
No, he
he
was
was
the
like
old
a-
creepy,
He
wrinkly
basically,
dude.
like-
Cybernetic.
Yeah, he like cybernetically
Okay,
throws himself.
okay,
down.
yeah. That's what I thought.
He's basically like what's his name? Howard Hughes.
Okay, yeah.
He's based off Howard Hughes.
But
But he was very well written.
Except
I
he's
thought.
not like schizophrenic now.
schizophrenic.
Well, he does have like
psycho.
mental issues, like
Yeah.
paranoia and stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
I would say Lightning from Final Fantasy 13. Lightning was a strong female character, so she was really cool.
I would say probably Ezio Auditore.
Auditore.
Guys picking all these
Auditore.
fucking Mary Sues.
Dude, okay, how many Assassin's Creed games have you played?
I played the first 2,
Okay, then you can't
Yeah, that's-
you can't talk.
but he's still a Mary Sue. Like, what kind of flaws does Ezio really have?
He's a womanizer.
Yeah, he's a womanizer.
I guess
He acts before he thinks. Have you played through
But these
all
are
of his
like-
character development?
That's like saying that like Goku's flawed because he's like he makes rash decisions and is a little bit too nice to people. Like he's still a
But he
super
is
No, no, no.
flawed for
But
those
still,
reasons.
he's
Nathan,
still a superpower badass.
you
with
have
no
not
flaws.
gone through the entire character development of
Oh,
Ezio
I'm
Auditore
sure that
da
Ezio
Firenze.
Auditore gets so much more deep.
Firenze.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Get that.
I don't know.
He struggles with the order and stuff.
Yuri from Tales of Vesperia. What else? There's a few more. God, there's so many good characters in this generation.
Phoenix Wright. Final answer.
Ace Attorney.
Yeah, Ace Attorney. Final answer.
I can't pick any. I can't pick Link because he wasn't begun
Yeah,
in this generation.
That's true.
Ugh.
The guy from Fable.
Yeah.
uh,
The guy from Saints Row.
Oh, actually, I know. I'm gonna go with Trevor. Actually, from GTA 5. I really liked playing as Trevor.
I
That was so much
hated
fun.
the torture scene. Like
that was awful. I could not.
No,
do it.
I picked on like what will I least hurt him.
Yeah, but you had to do like all of them. It was.
No, I had to do like only like one repeatedly.
Oh well, okay. Well, I had to do them all.
glad
No,
I
you
didn't
do
play
it. You do that for like the gold on it.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it was graphic as shit.
It was just terrible.
Yeah.
Like I hated that.
But still, though, Trevor's character was really fun. I like Trevor.
Yeah. Then he's all nice to the guy right after. He's like, "Here, I'll give you a ride to the airport."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, anyways, moving on to the next question. From Noah Todd on Facebook. He asked, digital games or physical copies of games?
I think it should go to digital games.
Well,
It's going that way.
Yeah.
I would say digital games, but there are things that still like that are lacking in digital games that I can't listen because like as of right now, you still don't own your copies of games digitally. You're leasing them from the people who who sell them to you.
Yep.
And so like when I own a physical copy of the game, by law, I can do whatever the hell I want with that game. I can give it to my friends. I can break it if I want.
You can throw it around
I
like a
can
frisbee.
copy it and make copies out of my computer, but digital copies because they control the licensing agreement to download it. They can do whatever the hell they want with it, and that's kind of bullshit to me. I feel like you should be able to own things that you buy. I don't like that system.
Now, my opinion, and I'm going to bring in another question. The next question, or one of the next questions, also in the same question. It's from Dennis on Facebook. He asks, "What about the $60 price tag on games?"
Screw them.
So, digital games, physical games, $60 price tag. This is my whole argument. Goes all around with this stuff. And as what I say is, I love physical copies of games. I love having a stack of games or a shelf of games, and I love the fact that I own them and everything like that. I don't want to download all of my games because I want to have the physical copy. But at the same time, sometimes you don't want to go to the store and pick it up and things like that. And when Nate says that you don't have rights to downloadable games, if they lowered the prices on downloadable games, then I think it becomes plausible to get only downloadable games, even if you are leasing it, because then you could at least say, hey, I got it for $40 instead of $60.
Yeah, and
something
honestly,
like that.
there's no justification for having a $60 price tag on a digital downloaded game because the $60 price tag used to be justifying for like the distribution costs.
Printing the copies.
Yeah, printing the copies. But nowadays, like, you really fucking believe that the development work of a Call of Duty game really justifies $60? Like, most of the shit is reused from older games.
No,
they hardly
Microsoft.
update anything.
I
Like, no.
really want to like you, but they're making it so hard.
The man hours they put into it are not worth it. Like, GTA 5 is a $60 game. Like, they put 5 years development in it. They pushed the limits on what the Xbox 60 can do. That is a $60 game. Like, the development team earned that much, right? But, like, no, it's stupid.
Well, and I mean, this also brings in the argument of is the price tag $60 still because of GameStop? Is it because of Walmart? Is it because of all these retailers? Because Sony and Xbox don't want to, burn their bridges with these places by selling games for cheaper on PlayStation Network. Because once they start doing that, a lot of GameStop's sales are going to go down. They're going to be like, we can't sell them because they're selling it for much cheaper on their network. And if they do that, is that gonna ruin the relationship? Mm-hmm. Is it gonna shut down GameStop? Absolutely, and it's gonna happen. It's a matter of time.
Although publishers generally still, like for big ticket games, like even on digital downloading, they'll still market it at $60 for like the first month after it's released. But then, like on Steam, for example, the prices will start to drop usually, unless it's an Activision game, in which case you'll still be trying to buy Modern Warfare 2 for $60 forever.
That sucks
because they're greedy.
Do you guys have anything else about the prices? Any opinions? I think $60 is too much.
I don't like paying that much.
I really do. It's a lot of money. That's
when it's
so
justifiable for the work put into it. I can.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the arguments was a game like what's a really short game that's $60?
Every Call of Duty.
Well, other than that, because you got to count
Halo
all the
4?
multiplayer. No, you got to
Halo
count
4
all the
wasn't
Halo
that
4 was
short.
mostly reused assets.
Still, no, they're 343. They're not Bungie,
but they still use the same engine that Bungie did. And they reused.
Yeah, but
I
that
thought
wasn't that
prettier.
short.
It was a
Well,
lot
all they did
more.
was mostly change the UI and add a few new guns, but most of that was just reused physics stuff.
Maybe the physics. Yeah, I don't know about that. I know the graphics were better. They were much prettier.
Yeah.
What I'm getting at though is a significantly short game charging $60 compared to something like Elder Scrolls. Where you could spend 150 hours in a single playthrough. That justifies even $100. Now, I'm not saying that it should be. I'm not saying that I would buy it for $100. But the amount of time it takes to make those games and the amount of time it takes to beat one of those games justifies the price tag. But a game that takes you 8 to 10 hours to beat should not be $60. That is bullshit.
And there's no, I can't even justify a multiplayer-only game being that much.
Yeah, but only
Counter-Strike Go was, $15 on release.
Really?
And that's, just multiplayer. Now it's, free-to-play. Same with TF2 was also $20 on release. Hell, the Orange Box, you could get Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2 Episode 2, Half-Life 2 Episode 1, Portal, and Team Fortress 2 for $50. Less than $60 of their asking price. With multiplayer. That's horseshit. I don't believe that games should be able to justify that on their multiplayer alone.
I mean, I agree. But there are, like the hardcore things. I understand why Call of Duty does it because people are going to buy it regardless.
Yeah, exactly.
Those kids are going to buy it.
Bobby
crazy.
Kotick even said, like, when he took over Activision, he wasn't in there to make video games. He was there to make money, and
Yep.
it's about making money.
They're making shitloads of money off of it. But you look at other games. Obviously, these are re-releases. But you look at games like Kingdom Hearts Remix and Tales of Symphonia Chronicles and stuff like that. These are old games being re-released for $40, and they have multiple games on the disc. That's awesome.
Yeah,
that
that's
is
fun.
a great sale. But it's just $60. If those games were $60, I would still buy them. But other people who are looking at it and being like, they looked kind of cool back then, but I don't think it's $60 worth. But $40 makes people actually want to take a chance. Now, I think if they lower all game prices to something like $45 or $50, people will start taking more chances on games. You know how so many companies are saying that they're not selling enough of the games that they wanted to. Their projections were much higher than they sold. I think if they lowered the prices, people would take chances. People would buy those games, and they would reach their goals
Especially
much easier.
in the PC market. People are much less likely to pirate your game if it's not $60.
Yep. Well,
Sales for games that are like under $40 always have lower piracy rates.
Yep, you see those games sell like crazy on Steam and stuff like that. Like right now, they're doing the Halloween sale where there's like 160 Halloween-related games, and there's so many of them were like $3.99, $4.99, $2.99, and they're selling like crazy.
Mm-hmm. And like Valve actually was warned by everyone in the industry that like when they started releasing, they were the first company to release games in Russia, like first party. And everyone said, don't even bother. The piracy rates are astronomical. You'll never get any market. And now they're like the largest distributor of like entertainment in Russia. So, of like video game entertainment in Russia.
Yeah.
So it goes to show that if you market your games cheaply and efficiently and well, people will buy them, regardless of the price.
So all of you production people, video game production people listening, all this stuff, freaking lower your prices, damn it.
Please.
Please. Yeah, voice of reason from Brendan. Please. So anyways, back to Noah Todd's second question. He says, are day one patches on Xbox One and PlayStation 4 good or bad? Nate, do you have a rant? Okay, I'll rant. They're good. It's like
I mean, it sucks, but like, I'd rather you fix your shit than let it sit there.
Exactly. I would rather it be in working order than to not have it working.
Yeah, I'm always fine when a company day one patches their game, even though I'm gonna people are gonna give them shit for releasing a buggy piece of shit. But same thing though.
You're gonna have it a little bit fixed. Something's gonna work better than it would have before the patch.
I prefer that people release their shit and test it enough to make sure that you don't need a day one patch. But in the event that, because bugs will always slip through,
Yes.
It just happens in computers.
You can't test everything.
You can't test everything, and so when it happens, fix it as quickly as possible.
And in this case, they're doing that. And also, I believe in one of the articles I wrote last week, I mentioned something about how a reason for releasing a day one patch for a console like this is so that Sony and Microsoft can get the hardware hammered down, get everything they need done with the hardware, get it out into production, make enough copies of it, get it out to all the stores, and then while they're working on the firmware back at home base, they can get the firmware, then they can put it on the network, and then people can download it and update the firmware. They just have to have the bare essentials ready to go. That way they can get everything rolling out in time. And so it makes sense. I'm glad it's going to be fixed. Shuhei Yoshida from PlayStation, he said that you can actually go ahead and play the PlayStation 4 while it's downloading in the background. So it's not like you're going to have to wait an hour once you get your PlayStation 4 on release day. You're still going to be able to play whatever game you're picking up and then just have it downloading in the back. I don't know about Xbox. I haven't heard if you can do the same on Xbox One.
Well, they've added preloading in.
Well, yeah, but is that going to be an option that's available on day one, or is that an option that's going to be available that's be patched in later? Or is that part of the day one patch?
I think that's part of the day one patch. I'm probably wrong on it, though.
Yeah, we'll have to look that up.
Because there are always things that are going to come up after you've already distributed the consoles themselves, in testing, and so that's just whatever, it's fine.
Hopefully this fixes all the problems. The last question is from Dennis on Facebook, and he says, what are your thoughts on downloadable content and microtransactions?
DLC, I like it. Microtransactions suck.
DLC to me is fine when is used like expansion packs used to be used, where you're actually making new content for a game rather than taking content away from the game and then charging people more for it later, which happens all the time. You cannot, like, I cannot justify paying $15 for 5 levels. That's stupid. That should be a free patch. People do that all the time in other games. Like, it's retarded.
But DLC like Blood Dragon.
Like, yeah, Blood Dragon. Or
That's great.
like all of the GTA 4 DLC, which was $15 and literally added like an entire new campaign for each one they made. Amazing. Perfect. All totally fine with it.
I also like, I don't know, I didn't play any of them, but I've read a little bit about them. All the Skyrim's expansions, like they released the initial game, you know, and then they released expansions that changed shit, like adding housing and all that stuff.
Bethesda
that's
always
an
has a
expansion.
great track record with DLC. Like every single one of Fallout's DLCs and
I loved them.
Oblivion's DLCs have been like good
Broken
expansions.
Steel would like double the length of Fallout 3, right?
Yeah,
Like remember that Shivering Isles was practically an entirely new game. Like
Yes, it
I
was.
would
It
have
was
just
huge.
Like I legitimately would have been able to justify paying like $20 to buy Shivering Isles.
I
as a
love
standalone
Shivering
game.
Isles and Knights of the Nine back
Yeah.
on Oblivion.
Knights of Nine was a little bit less, like it wasn't as expansive, but it was
Yeah,
still
but
good.
it was fun.
Yeah, that was more like an expansion pack to me. But Shivering Isles was like practically a whole new game. Like that's good DLC.
And all of Fallout's DLCs, how they all included
yeah.
level cap bumps.
Yep.
Every one of them bumped up the level
And they
cap a
had
little
new
bit.
content and like new campaigns. It wasn't just like get the new weapon pack and map pack for $15. It's like, no, we're actually gonna fucking make our game. Another thing, just want to talk about this. I don't mind people paying for cosmetic skins in games. That doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Like in multiplayer games, like if you want to fucking dress up your little
You're going to
character.
stare at that character for
I don't care.
hours.
I don't care what you do. But when it becomes game altering and that you can get a direct improvement over people who do not buy it,
if it makes you better
absolutely
by
terrible.
doing like buying
I don't
$5
like that.
worth of
That's
something, it's
disgusting.
stupid. It's stupid. I totally disagree with that theory or whatever. With people actually doing that.
Yeah, it ruined a ton of games.
Yeah, it did.
Tribes Ascend was super fun for a while, and I don't think any of you guys have played it, but it was
No.
like a first-person shooter that was. It went free to play on PC, and then it started doing pay-to-win stuff, and it became terrible.
Microtransactions, like you said, cosmetic stuff, that's okay. Like
Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
World of Warcraft, how you could buy mounts and you could buy pets and stuff like that.
Or
And
like
it was just
hats in Team Fortress 2.
Yeah,
like,
it-
there are tons of hats.
it doesn't
I
make
don't-
any difference about how you play
Yeah.
the game. It just makes you look a little cooler or look a
Yeah,
little sillier.
whatever.
That's okay.
That doesn't bother me.
But if it makes you somehow a better player, that's where it's stupid. That should be like, if that happens, you should be in your own realm with other people who do that shit.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
what bothers me about League of Legends is that because people can just buy the character. You don't even start out with all the characters in a strategy game. You have to buy them all yourself or grind them up for literally like thousands of hours just to get every single character.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's stupid. So it bothers the fuck out of me.
On the DLC part of it, BioShock Infinite's DLC was has a release date now, like the first episode where you actually get to, or I don't even remember it now. The second episode you get to be Elizabeth. I don't remember the first one, but I guess the first one.
Okay, now can you guys at least agree with me now that Elizabeth was a terrible character?
No,
No.
absolutely not. I disagree
She was a
completely.
good character.
I
No,
loved
she was
Elizabeth.
terrible.
No, I love Elizabeth.
Total Mary Sue.
2-1 verdict delivered.
Like not even like I can even understand. Okay, like Ezio, I can see having some faults, but Elizabeth literally is perfect. She has made to have zero fault. She just made to be the pretty face that you escort through the entire game, and it has this like stupid like mystical mumbo jumbo at the end with like, oh, here's the key. I had it all along. I just couldn't see it.
Well, see, you're one.
I've read better writing in fan fiction.
You're one of the
what's your-
1% that
terrible.
doesn't like it, though.
What's your
That's
problem?
fucking awful.
Nate,
That's
what
the
is-
worst writing I've read ever.
What is... Okay, that's a bit of a hyperbole.
Well, okay,
But-
no, I guess I've read like tons of worse fan fiction, but still.
What
Like,
is your problem with flawless characters? Like,
with what?
with flawless characters?
Because look, it's just a part of writing. Like, if most English creative writing classes will tell you that to make a good character, you have to have them have flaws. And
But
be
she
a good
does.
character.
She's like going crazy the entire story. She's
Nah.
progressively getting worse as the game goes on, or regressively,
Nah.
whatever.
She doesn't really have any flaws.
She's losing her mind. She doesn't
When-
know
when?
who her parents are. She doesn't know what's going on. She doesn't understand who he is, why he's
Well, that's
there.
just like an event, but that doesn't mean that like her character itself has any flaws. Like her personality is flawless. She's just
You can tell from the
Nice.
beginning that she's gonna be the princess of the story because she's the princess locked in the
well,
castle.
yeah. But I'm saying like that's a bad character. The
I
Princess
think it
Octopus
was great for
character
what it did.
Is not. It's just I don't know. It's a bad
Again, I'm
character.
pointing to you are in the 1% because everyone else is excited to be Elizabeth in the second episode.
I don't know.
So it's going to be
Bioshock
cool.
was terrible.
But the whole point of this DLC part, the whole point of this thing, why I brought it up, is the fact that the first episode is going to be released in a few weeks, and it's going to be $15 for the first episode, but $20 if you get the season pass, and so that'll get you the first episode, the second episode, and all the multiplayer stuff. And so it's just like, season passes are the way to go now with downloadable content. If you're going to get downloadable content, buy the season pass. It doesn't matter what game it is. Buy it and get all the content you can because it's so much cheaper that way. Rather than spending $15 per, you're going to spend like $5 on everything if you just get the season pass. So that's what I recommend everybody do if they're going to get any of it. So that's it for our questions. Let's move on to what are we playing right now. Brendan, I fear to ask, what are you playing right now?
I'm after the disastrous event of the game save, I started playing an MMO called Atlantica.
When he says the game save thing, he lost all of his progress on Lost Odyssey, the game I lent
Yeah.
him. So he's not going to play that anymore. He's going to buy it instead, and he's going to return my copy since he's had it for like a month and a half now.
Hey, it's only been about a month.
Okay, whatever. Anyways, so you're playing what? Atlantica?
Yeah.
How is it?
It's pretty awesome. I tried it when it first came out years ago, but then school started, so I thought I wouldn't have time for it.
What kind of MMO is it? Like,
It's turn-based.
okay.
I've been playing. I played the Stanley Parable last week, which was
Was
really
it good?
fun. Hilarious.
I heard a lot of reviews on it. So
It's really funny, and it's one of those. It's like an art game that doesn't try to be pretentious, and I love that about it. There's a lot of like pretentious dick waving in the art game community that's really obnoxious, and it's just made to be a funny satire of how we pretend that the illusion of choice in a video game.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I am currently working on Resistance 2 and Heavy Rain. I've been playing both of those this past week. The only reason I haven't beaten either of them is because I had a big presentation this morning I had to give, so I spent a lot of the weekend working on homework. So I should have those beat by the end of this coming weekend, and I'll have reviews going up for both of them. So be looking out for that. And then soon I'll be playing Resistance 3 also and reviewing that.
Oh, one more thing I totally forgot. I was going to mention this. You played Beyond Two Souls, right?
Absolutely.
Did you hear that the developers
The naked
actually modeled in Ellen Page's naked body? And
I heard
people-
that's a stand-in model. I heard it's not actually her body.
Well, yeah, it's not actually her body,
We
but
talked about that
in
before.
the game engine.
Yeah,
they
in the
actually
game
modeled-
engine, yeah, it's there.
I saw the
I
pic-
saw
I'm
the
like,
pictures too.
Wait, it's in the game. Why
They
would
totally
They have a
like,
naked body
full
in there.
breasts.
Why would they do that?
full
Even though the
clit,
camera,
everything.
the camera only shows her upper body or whatever. You
When
can't
it's
see her
playing.
boobs or anything.
But if you take
Why would
apart
they
the game
model that
files,
in?
I have
I don't
idea.
no idea.
No idea.
So they could have some fun time by themselves?
I
You
guess.
generally put in all the anatomy of a character in those kind of scenes.
Yeah.
But you don't actually make textures.
Yeah, you
for
don't
it.
put detail into it.
You
She
just-
had
yeah.
full detail.
Just
You
like
could
the
see
meshes.
nipples, everything. It was just like
How deeply have you researched this, Courtney?
you just see a picture. Why
There-
you just look at a picture and you could tell
Yeah.
it's a naked freaking body, and it has
I'm not
Ellen
like-
Page's
yeah.
face, and you're just like, I'm looking at Ellen Page naked. But they've come out and said that it's not Ellen Page. They've said it's an in-game model or whatever that they just used and put in there. But
still, though, it's just weird.
it's weird. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is weird. Totally, it blew my mind when I saw the story. I was like,
Yeah.
what the hell? Oh god. So yeah. Anyways, that was interesting.
Yeah, totally forgot about that, but yeah.
Okay, so video game releases coming up this week, actually, not coming up. On PS3, Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures, Castlevania, Lords of Shadow, Mirror of Fate HD, Battlefield 4, Angry Birds, Star Wars, WWE 2K14, Proteus.
What is that? I've heard of it.
I have no idea what it is either, but I keep seeing it everywhere.
Yeah, I need to look into this.
Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. On Vita, Angry Birds Star Wars again. The Angry Birds trilogy. Proteus again. Oh my god, HD Zombies. And Crazy Market.
Oh my god, another zombie game. I can't wait to play another one of those.
I don't know. Out of those, I mean, I enjoy Pac-Man. Pac-Man's fun. I haven't played Castlevania, so I don't know how that is. I don't like Battlefield, but I've heard it's okay. I don't like Angry Birds. I don't like WWE. I might try Proteus just because I've seen the name everywhere. And I'm going to play Assassin's Creed 4.
Castlevania is a game where you go around and whip everything.
I've heard it's good, but I've just never played it. On Vita, I would definitely play Oh My God HD Zombies just because it sounds hilarious. Okay, Brendan, what came out on Xbox?
Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures, Battlefield 4, Angry Birds Star Wars, WWE, Proteus, and Assassin's Creed 4.
So everything that came out on PS3 minus Castlevania.
Yeah, basically.
Any of those you interested in playing?
Assassin's Creed 4. That's it.
That's about it, yeah. Nate, what came out on PC?
Pretty much everything except for Assassin's Creed Black Flag. That's not on PC. But they'll probably port it over later, but it'll be really be another shitty port. Like, have you guys played the ports for the Assassin's Creed games? I assume they're like really poorly made, like
really
terrible. Oh god, yeah. Also, Football Manager is coming out, and Americans. That's not a big game here, but over in like Europe, that's a huge series. It's like unrivaled with like Madden and stuff.
Well, I mean, I think it would be cool to just be the manager of a team. You know, that'd be sweet. And for a place like Europe where soccer is hugely popular, that's a good game for it.
Also, Deadly Premonition, the director's cut's come out. I don't really know that much about it, but if I remember correctly, it's like a remake or like a re-release of an older game that's supposed to be really good.
It is. It was released on 360 several years ago.
Yeah, I don't know much about it, but I've actually been meaning to look into it. I might do that tonight.
One of my friends bought it on a whim at a GameStop sale or something several years ago, and we put it in and tried to play it. And we thought it was terrible, but then at the time I wasn't that big of a gamer, so I don't really know. I didn't give it much of a chance.
I don't even know what it's about.
It was our house was kind of like a frat house, so we just didn't give it a chance. But yeah, it's supposed to be a scary game. Brendan, what came out on Wii U?
Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures, Angry Birds Star Wars, Monster High, 13 Wishes, and Assassin's Creed 4.
That sounds like a gem.
Woo! I want to go to Monster High.
No, I mean, I'm going to get a Wii U.
You want to get Monster High.
I'm going to get a Wii U eventually, but none of those games sound exciting. Other than Assassin's Creed, but I don't think I would like it on a Wii U. I think I'm going to stick with my PlayStation 4 Assassin's Creed. So, 3DS, we've got Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures, Angry Birds Star Wars, Beyblade Evolution, and Doodle Jump Journey.
Oh, God.
That's what I'm talking about. I want to do some Doodle Jump Journey.
I'm slightly pissed at Beyblade. They added the new series to Netflix, but not the old series.
Aww.
Not the one that I would watch while I was eating my cereal before I went to school.
Such a nerd rant.
I hate to be. I'm not gonna. I don't want to shit on your childhood.
It's already been done so by the internet.
Oh
so
man, we're already over an hour.
It's such a dumb concept. Like, it's just tops. It's literally people fighting with tops.
No, like a few years
the
ago.
Dumbest thing.
A few years ago,
it's
I listened.
Stupid.
I listened
But
to.
you have bit pieces.
A few
It's
years
like
ago, I was
Yu-Gi-Oh,
listening to
but
a
with tops.
podcast, and they were talking about how one of them had to review a Beyblade game, and he was just like, literally, all you did was throw a top in there, and you had no real control over it. And if you got knocked out, you lost.
That's exactly right.
It was just like, I couldn't control anything. You could like nudge it, and it wouldn't do anything. It's the worst game I've ever played.
Me and my brother had that game. We had a Beyblade for PSU. You could actually control some of it, like if you got your bit piece power.
Really?
You could activate it, and it'd be more powerful as a spinning top.
And that's it.
Like, it's just,
Yeah, you could like go out of the ring just like easily.
what was that one? It was really popular like a few years ago. It was like the little like monsters and balls, and like they had like a magnet on the bottom.
Oh,
and, like,
that's
It was really cool. I had one of them.
Bakugan.
Oh, yeah.
Like, at least those things have
That's
like
still
a
popular.
theme. Like, it's just like, oh, cool, it's a fucking monster on a ball. Like, Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like, oh, cool, it's a monster on a card, and I can summon them. Like, that's awesome. But like, Beyblade is literally just
a
tops.
monster from
It's like if someone made like a competitive ball in a cup game. Like, it's so stupid.
Competitive ball in a cup.
That's
game.
the second week in a row we've mentioned
ball in a cup. Yeah, it's true.
Gaming.
Ball in a cup. That's middle of nowhere, guys. We have nothing to do, so we play ball in a
still
cup.
playing
Like a
hoop and
competitive
stick.
yo-yo game. Like,
I'm
yeah,
into
like
that.
I'm a professional yo-yo fighter. That'd actually be pretty fun. I'd play like only if it was like a grim dark yo-yo
The
fighter.
next
game.
big indie hit.
Can you imagine like a
Competitive yo-yo fighting.
like a grim dark, like a I've seen these streets.
You know, there's
Only
probably
me and my yo-yo.
there's probably an anime for that.
If there's a
Probably.
yo-yo anime, I'll watch it. I've been trying to find a surfing anime forever, and if I can find one, I'll watch it. I think it'd be hilarious.
The closest you can get is probably Rocket Power.
Okay. Anyways, so we've gone on for a little too long. Let's move into our housekeeping. As we mentioned last week, we have, I think it was last week, we changed the schedule. We're now recording on Tuesdays and releasing on Wednesdays. So look out for the podcast on Wednesdays, and if something happens, it'll be out either later Wednesday or Thursday morning. But it should be Wednesday morning every week. And as always, we ask for any questions or suggestions. Go ahead and email us at mong.podcast@gmail.com. We'll be happy to answer anything you send us. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Mong Podcasts. Mong is in all caps, right? Or is it Mong Middle of Nowhere Gaming?
Mong is in all caps, but like podcast isn't.
Okay, something like that. Sorry, we don't really know our own tags. Jess normally does this for us. On Twitter, you can find us at Mong Podcasts, I believe, also, right?
Yes.
Right? Yeah, Mong Podcast. You can check out our website, www.middleofnowheregaming.com, where we'll have all of our latest blogs, reviews, podcasts, and new YouTube segments that we're throwing up. So go ahead and check those out. Our podcast is going to be on iTunes every week, so you can subscribe to us there. You should rate us. You should subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. You can find us all on YouTube. I am Osborne_2009. Brendan is Brendan Jester. Jess is Jess Jayhawk. And you should look up Nate.
Look me up on Facebook.
Look him up on Facebook, his name. You can find all of our names on our website. Also, today we have a very special ending. We're going to debut a song, the first song to ever be on Middle of Nowhere Gaming podcast. And it's not a worldwide debut. It's already been debuted somewhere else. But it's ours.
Like an air horn there. Like, just like a little, like, boom, 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 doom, 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 like, new single, or...
What?
I don't even know what you're talking
Well,
about.
we were given permission anyway.
Anyways.
It looks like the morning zoo, like, where they always have, like, the air horns. They have way too much air horn. They're always like, new single, do-do-do.
So, anyways,
they're everywhere,
guys.
Oh my god, never mind.
The song is called "The World Is Saved." It's by Danny Wiesner and his wife Tori. They're known as Two Player Co-op. They make some awesome video game related songs. You could find their songs on iTunes by searching Danny Wiesner. Wiesner is Wiessner, or you can search Two Player Co-op, and that's their name. Again, the song is called "The World Is Saved." It's an amazing song. It describes hardcore gamers, especially those who like RPGs like myself. So go ahead and listen to the entire thing and go support them. Go download their song. Go tell people about them. They're pretty awesome. So thank you again, and we will talk to you again on episode 7.
I love you.
Bye.
Mong?
Swag.
The living room's dark save for light being cast from the big TV screen and the imminent sunrise that's teasing the one starry sky with whispers of morning. You sit there alone in your one-bedroom flat. You stare straight ahead with controller in hand and you marvel at, yes, you did it, you made it, game over. And the world is saved thanks to you. The people prayed for a hero when you answered the call, and you did a good job. You gave it your best, and you're proud of yourself, though a little depressed that the world is saved. You stocked and prepared. You slept at the inn. Your whole inventory was packed going in with equipment and items designed to turn man into legend. You sigh satisfied as a cutscene presents the kind of conclusion you kind of expected. The people are smiling, the sunshine's returned, it's perfect. But you can't help thinking on what's coming next. Not work in the morning and your body's upset with your general lack of paying it any attention. The credits roll, then it all fades to black. And you're left by yourself. The fanfare is gone. There's no player two there by your side to share victories won. But as you slowly progress down the hall to your bed, a few great events leak back into your head from the time that you spent traversing the land, battling evil, fighting the darkness, just sword in hand. Your memories creep in with the edge of a smile. You realize again what you lost for a while. You're gonna think back much less on how you